and we're going to start a new unit for Acting 1 called Voice and Diction. Voice and diction is all about using our voice to portray a character and different emotions. Okay? So first I want to go over some vocabulary words that is important for us to know when dealing with voice and diction. Okay? So I've written the words up here on the board just as another visual. So let's look at first the word diaphragm. And it's on your sheet here. And the definition is the muscle located between the abdomen and the rib cage. So that's about here. So when we use our voice for acting, we need to make sure that we're breathing from here, not up here, not from our lungs. Okay, so your diaphragm is here. Okay, so I want everybody to stand up, please. Put your hands here. And just talk. And you should feel this move. Hello, Saeed. How are you today?
Good.
Can you feel it?
Yeah.
Good. Hi, Hamdan. How are you?
I'm good, and you?
Can you feel it from there?
From here?
From where your hand is. Can you feel a vibration?
No.
Go do this. Go. Ha 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 ha. Saeed?
Yeah.
Ha 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 ha.
Yeah.
Can you feel that?
For me, a little bit.
A little bit. That's good. That means that you're still getting air from that. So that is your diaphragm. Okay? So the next word, get your definitions. Pitch. Okay? Saeed,
Yeah.
will you please read the definition of pitch?
Okay. How we sit or stand?
You can say standing.
Yeah.
Just read the definition for pitch.
All of them.
Off this, find the word pitch.
Pitch, yeah.
It's the second highlighted word.
Okay. How?
No, the second highlighted word.
Oh, I know.
Okay.
Musical.
Peach.
Yeah.
Peach.
Yeah.
Can I read it?
Unless I eat it, I'll let you read the next one.
Ah,
Hey, can you read the definition for that word?
The muscle tone of the voice.
Musical.
Of the musical tone of the voice.
Good, good. So that's the pitch. So that just means, are we high or low? So it's the musical tone. So oftentimes we talk about this when we're singing. But we also have a musical tone to just speaking. Okay? Because our voice goes up and down when we're speaking English. Okay? So it would be like saying, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. So you see how I had that musical tone? Okay, that is the pitch.
yeah.
Hamdan, the next word, inflection.
Inflection?
Mhm.
Inflection, the raising or falling of pitch. Adds some meaning, color, and rhythm to spoke words.
Good, excellent. Okay, so this usually comes about when we talk about inflection. We can also talk about putting emphasis on certain words. For example, if we ask a question, where are you today? So when we say today, we go up. Okay, we have an upwards inflection. Okay, and so when we're speaking and when we're acting, inflection plays a major point on getting our meaning across. Okay, we can even have just a one word, and depending on the inflection, it will mean different things. For example, if I said the word what, I could be like, what? Or I could be like, what? Okay? So you see how that musical tone will tell you
Different meaning.
the different meanings. Good. And next word, articulation. This is a very important word that we often always use within acting. The shaping and molding of sounds into syllables. So this articulation is about speaking clearly. Okay? Pronunciation. We should be familiar with pronunciation, but just to go back over it. The way sounds or syllables that represent a word are said and stressed according to the proper notation found in the dictionary. Okay? And we know that different people will have different pronunciations of different words. Most of the time when we talk about pronunciation, we talk about like American or British. Okay?
Sometimes there are people they don't understand what you say if your pronunciation is not good.
Excellent, you are correct. So pronunciation is very important. Good job, Hamdan. Okay? Diction. A person's pronunciation of words, choice of words, manner in which the person expresses him or herself. Okay? So this goes beyond just pronunciation. Okay? The dialect is a particular form of a language that is peculiar to a specific region or social group. So Saeed, you're from China,
Yeah.
right? And you have many dialects in China,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, okay? And Hamdan, I'm sure in Saudi Arabia they have different dialects, right? North or south, east and west.
Yeah.
Okay, so we understand dialect. Accent. Okay, so let's not read this. I want to ask Hamdan, do you know what accent means without looking at the definition?
Accent, the way who speak, the people who speak is like from west and south they have different accent. Also in British and American they have different accent.
Right, excellent. That's usually what we say when we're talking about English accents. Okay? So let's go ahead and read it. The manner in which people speak and the way words are pronounced in different parts of the world. So excellent. Rate, okay? This is something we also find in music. Saeed, can you read this definition for me?
Okay, that's the speed at which someone speaks.
Yeah. Right? So fast or slow. And this will also give us meaning depending on how fast or slow we speak. If I speak like this, it's not very exciting. But if I'm really talking like this, I'm really fast, that means I'm probably really, really hyper.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then projection, the voice heard at a distance. So when we're speaking or when we're acting, we need to make sure that we have projection so the audience can hear us. Okay? So what I want you to do, you can go ahead and sit down. So one way for us to remember vocabulary is using the Freyer model. Okay, and this is the Freyer model. We will write the word, okay, at the top. We will write the actual definition, and I've given you all the definitions. You will also write an example sentence, okay, using that word. You will draw a picture to represent that word. And then you will write your own definition for what that means. Okay? So for example, rate. Okay, so we'd write the word rate here. Definition, you can find it on your handout. An example sentence. Okay? My example sentence might be, when I'm hyper, the rate of speed that I speak increases. Okay? Or speeds up. Okay? And then my own definition. Okay? I might just write the speed at which someone talks. Okay? That way it helps me to understand what the word means. Right? So what I want you to do is on the back of your paper is I want you to do this with two of the words on your sheet. Okay? And I will give you a pen. There you go. You're welcome. So choose two words and then do this with using this Freyer model. Okay? So think of an example sentence using that word. It can be a really short sentence. It doesn't need to be very long. Yeah. Yeah, good. So when you get to the picture, okay, so I drew just a visual representation here for me for rate, the speed. So when I think of the rate, I might think about music, and these are different musical notes, and how long we play, the speed at which we play the music, okay? So it goes from slowest to fastest. So that would be a representation for me, okay, for the word rate. Good. So now draw a picture that might represent volume. How would you represent volume? Good. Good. But in this context, can you explain how does this work within our context of volume? So how does this pertain to the volume that we're talking about when we talk about the sound? Think about volume in your car. Or when you listen to music, right? You turn it down or turn it up, make it louder or softer.
Okay.
All right, excellent job, guys. I like this. Okay, right? It makes much more sense when we put it in that context of music, something we know. Okay, so now I want to show you some different techniques that we can use for a warm up. Okay, so please stand up. So when we're acting or when we're talking, like doing a public speaking, we're usually standing, right? And then that engages our diaphragm. Okay, what we talked about before. So one thing that we can do is like we did before. Ha 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 ha. So repeat that. Ha 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 ha. Good. We also will engage our lips when speaking. And so we need to make sure our lips are relaxed, okay? So just relax your lips and blow. Okay, good. Do it again. Alright, good, okay? So these are some techniques that we can use to warm up to speak. Okay? So for your homework, what I want you to do is answer the questions on this homework sheet. Okay? You have 3 different questions on here. Alright? And I just want you to do some research and find 2 different warm-up techniques that we can use before doing a performance or public speaking. Okay? And then next class, you're going to share one of these techniques with the class. Okay? And we'll do it all together.
You mean, Professor, you mean I have to imagine I'm in front of audience and I do presentation or something like what's going on with eye contact and something like that?
No, we're not to that point yet. what we're doing now is we're just warming up to prepare for doing speaking or acting. So what you would do before you go on stage to prepare to speak.
I have to research for the topic, but I want to.
Yeah, just answer these questions. It says vocal warm-up, okay? You're just going to research and just type in vocal warm-up or warm-up for acting, and it has to do with warming up for speaking. Okay? You can also find things that deal with music, because music has kind of the same thing. So research 2 of these and answer these questions, and then we'll talk about that next class.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Class dismissed.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.